99.9 Punk World Radio FM. You already know what time it is. And right here on this Sunday night, we are joined by Kitchener, Ontario, Canada's own. That's right. We have Life Skills right here live on the radio station airwaves and, of course, YouTube as well. Guys, how are you doing out there all the way in Kitchener?
We are doing lovely.
Just peachy.
I gotta say, man, I gotta say, this is the best way I could possibly end my weekend is actually talking with Ontario's finest here tonight, man. I've been really digging your guys' music. Love what you guys are doing. So thank you so much for a bit of your time here tonight.
Oh, thanks for having us.
You're the best for having us down.
But I know you guys are very busy individuals, and of course, I don't want to take away the rest of whatever is left of your weekend. So I'm going to dive right into this. But I got to take you back to the beginning of this killer punk rock band and just ask, like, what is the story behind Life Skills? Like, how did you three actually come together as one to form this amazing band?
Let's take this one back.
So the three of us actually used to play in a band together once upon a time called Father Bodies here in town. And we were like the third or fourth iteration of it, I want to say.
Yeah.
And around COVID, the band kind of tanked. Everyone went their separate ways. And randomly ran into Brandon. I think was that Shortfinger? Where was it?
Yeah.
Shortfinger. We're talking about music. Turns out he was in a hip hop thing, which I didn't realize at first, which is Night Stalker. Extra checkout, you have to. It's like the side story of the Life Skills quest.
Totally.
We started talking about music, and we thought it would be a fun time to be jamming again. And then we gave Dylan a shout. Dylan was almost maybe not going to do any more music.
No, I was actually in the middle of like selling all my gear, and then these guys actually just like, hey, let's get together and like just see what's going to happen with our guitars again and drums and then the first practice we had, we wrote 3 songs and it was a downhill from there.
Yeah, we're up to it.
All the time I'm back playing punk rock and just back and playing music and feeling good. So
And obviously this interview is based upon, Life Skills, but when you brought up Father Bodies, for the people that are fans of Life Skills that might not know this portion of your guys' careers, is Father Bodies music actually still out there? And of course, where can we actually check it out if we haven't already done so, or if we just are curious and want to hear the beginning stages of Life Skills?
Yeah, you can actually still swap it on. It's up on Bandcamp still. It's still on Spotify.
Spotify for sure, because I recently got Spotify and I did check it out. like past holidays, I got Spotify. So yeah, Father Bodies on Spotify. There's a couple albums on there.
I want to say there's probably about 3 or 4.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to check, it's the 4 beginnings of everything. Yeah, go for it.
Crazy part is I think we're still sitting on all those songs we never released, so there's still like 12 more kicking around in someone's hard drive somewhere.
My hard drive. And Google wants me to delete my everything on my Google Drive right now. They gave an ultimatum. I have 10 days to delete everything, or else I can't send any more emails. So who knows what's going to happen with those tracks?
Oh, emails are bad. It's okay.
So before Google decides to delete delete the Father Body masters that no one has had the opportunity to hear, I got to ask this. Do you guys have any plans to kind of reincarnate the Father Body songs and kind of turn them actually into Life Skills songs?
No plans. No plans. Tell the truth, we just want to make everything brand new. From like this day, we talked about it before forward, we want to make new songs and then make a new record. So like that's that 2025 goal for us, to just like put new songs out there and make a record. Somebody mentioned maybe a vinyl, some wax. I don't know. Maybe with Mendoza's if we talk to them. I don't know. But yeah, you just want to put some more music out there and just keep on doing what we're doing. Playing shows, writing music.
And speaking of music, this past spring, April 4th, 2024, you guys actually released the amazing 6-track record titled Demo 1. I was wondering if you can actually just tell us the story behind this demo project. And of course, where can we actually snag ourselves a copy of it today in 2025?
Ooh, okay. Well, okay. First round, I made 20 tapes and they were sold out right away. And then I made 10 more tapes and they were sold out right away.
Oh, there's actually a couple still left with Pink Lemonade Records. So if you ever pop by one of our shows here in the region, I think we've got about 3 left.
There you go.
We recorded it. Kind of everything we kind of do is always DIY for the most part.
Yeah.
But there's a studio underneath where Dylan works.
Yeah.
That we kind of used, and Brandon over here engineered and did a lot of the work in terms of getting everything up to par. And it was one of those kind of fun things where we had our first show kind of ready. It would be kind of cool just to drop a demo without any sort of release or any sort of info, and just say, hey, we're playing tomorrow, and also, hey, we're going to do a release at the same time, too.
Now, I used to make tapes for a bunch of bands back in the day, so, like, I knew how to do it. So it's just like, hey, as soon as we have the recording, I can turn around a nice tape in freaking a couple of days. And, yeah, straight up.
Isn't there 9 songs on the tape?
9 songs on the tape, but only 6 are on the internet.
So that's part of the reason you got to come to the show to get that physical tape to be able to hear
So
it.
we have a B-side, and there's 3 extra songs on the B-side. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I mix 9 songs. He's thinking, he's like, what the fuck? What the hell? Yeah. So there's 9 songs. There's a B-side with 3 songs, but 6 of them are on the Bandcamp right now. Yeah.
And also, this record, as you mentioned as well, it was actually recorded at Dragon Loghead Studios in your hometown of Kitchener within a 2-day within a 2-day span, March 22nd and 23rd of 2024. I was wondering if you can actually tell us a bit more about just recording at that particular studio, and of course, just working alongside the personnel, because I have actually heard of Dragon Loghead, and they actually had a lot of amazing punk rock records. Actually, had the opportunity to be recorded there.
Interesting. So, Dragon Loghead is a room underneath my barber shop that I work at. And it's called Dragon Loghead because the owner of the shop found this random log that looked like a dragon. It was like a driftwood. It was and he found it at a freaking Valley Village or something like that. And it looked like a dragon. He loved it. He took a picture of it, sent it to me. And then he went back for it the same day, and it was gone. Somebody else loved that head. Anyways, he had this whole idea of Dragon Loghead, and he wanted a studio. So yeah, underneath my barbershop where I work at, there's a kind of like a music room where we just took over. We brought our own equipment and did our own demo there. And so that's that. The studio you're talking about is probably something different. The studio we were at was just like a DIY room that we turned into a studio, and Buddy just called it this kind of unique kind of situation. Dragon Loghead. Yeah, it's very different.
And Brandon spent considerable time like beefing up our record. I don't know how many mixes that Brandon did, probably over time.
I'm a picky person when it comes down. I get pretty picky, but.
Hey man, every real musician is picky, especially with the mixes, man. You have to have that perfect sound, and you have to tweak it just right to make it sound exactly how you guys want it, man. If I was a musician, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'd be the same way as you.
Yeah, for especially for my vocals and like vocal sound and stuff like that, I'm usually kind of picky about it. So, yeah. So, yeah, I really, really have a certain sound in my head, and to convey that to this gentleman, it takes some time.
And also, we have a fan question as well from Gwen. Actually, wants to know, what is the ultimate goal for the band?
Well, thanks, Gwen.
Okay.
Individual ultimate goals. You can start because I volunteered you right now.
I want to play some of Wine Lips.
Wine Lips.
Oh shit, that'd actually be dope.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wine Lips from Toronto, great band. Brandon, I actually very much love this band. That'd actually be really sweet.
Yeah, you showed me this band. It's fucking cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'd be content.
We're never a band to conquer the world. It's not our thing. We don't want to. Straight up, I want to release another tape or something. Another release that's physical and like, not setting the bar low. So I'm down with that. I'm not the type of person that's gonna. Yeah. Just release something else. No.
Ultimate goal for myself for the band: we get ourselves a little bit out of Ontario, maybe pop over to Quebec to play some shows. Maybe we roll down to the States to play some. Like I used to live in England, so we can always maybe pop back there and play a couple shows over there too. Like to me, it's kind of the ultimate goal for the band is to use it as a way to take a million road trips and a million vacations, and then play music at the same time, and then occasionally get like a free beer, like every now and then too.
Free meal too. Yeah, free meal as well.
And also as well, September 3rd. Sorry, I'm sorry. On the song "Pizza Guy," you guys actually have additional vocals from a very talented musician. I was wondering if you can actually tell us a bit more about the song "Pizza Guy," and of course, what was it like just working alongside Chloe on this particular song?
Oh, Chloe, what a gem. Yeah, she was 3 years old at the time. And Pizza Guy, what is Pizza Guy? Okay, Pizza Guy is a song that dates back to when I was in high school. This band called Malaprop from Waterloo, Ontario. They had the song called Pizza Guy, and it always stuck with me. It was my good friend's band. It always stuck with me. And I had a daughter. One night, I just started singing this song to her, this 30-second song. And then eventually, these guys asked me to play in a band. And I was like, well, what can I do? Oh, let's play this song, Pizza Guy, that I know. And just from my memory, we just start doing it, and it's part of our repertoire right now. Yeah, that's it.
She was a lot less picky with the mix.
Yeah.
But man, her rider demands are crazy. Like, I have to have cupcakes. I have to have like
She wants Dunkaroos. She wants like your cheesies. She wants a popsicle. Yeah.
It actually almost financially ruined us to actually get Chloe into it because her rider was so massive that it ruined the budget. But
Hey man, you can never go wrong with Dunkaroos. I don't blame her, man. Dunkaroos are Dunkaroos.
Funny thing. So like, so we did the main, like, you know, like all the instrumentals at the Dragon Log Head, and I brought the mixes home to my house, and so I'm in the basement just screaming, yelling, doing my thing, trying to get my my takedown. And then my daughter comes down the stairs. Daddy, what are you doing? Why are you so loud? She disturbed me so many times. I was like, all right, let's get you in on this. And there's a couple of tracks I try to get into, but like Pizza Guy, it was like perfect. It was nice and neat. Yeah, it worked out. So yeah, thank you, Chloe. If you hear this or listen to this or see this many years from now, thank you.
And also, while we're still on the topic of Pizza Guy, September 13th of 2024, that song was also featured on Cartridge Heart's 2-disc compilation project titled Go Kick Ass 2. I was wondering, how did you guys actually get connected with Cartridge, and what was it like just being a part of this phenomenal compilation project?
Okay. So, the song that we actually released for that little shindig was actually Pizza Party.
Yep.
Pizza Party. And how do we know Mr. John?
So I've known John for like quite a long time. Like
Okay.
I met his band, the Mendozas. It probably been three or 4 years ago. Like John and I both share like a love and affinity for old video games. Which, if you look past the hats and these handsome guys over here, you might see a couple in the background. And it's always a funny thing because we kind of got together in terms of, well, if you love video games as much as I do, you got to play some shows over here in the area. Got along really great, like a house on fire. And essentially, once we started playing, John's always been a big proponent in terms of helping us out. We played, God, I think hilariously, there's actually a fourth member of Life Skills that no one actually knows about, and it's actually Mike Mendoza from the Mendozas. He's actually been to more of our shows than I think I have physically been at this point.
At least mentally.
Okay, it's not the point this year we had to apologize to him because I know we just played the same set last week that you're here to see again for this following week.
You can probably set up a mic, right? Like third mic for him, and you can probably sing it exactly the same.
But John has been a great proponent, great help. Cartridge Heart is a great label over there in Toronto. He does great shows actually all over the place where he's popping up in Toronto. He's in London. He's in Oshawa. Like I think he's in Laura next week in terms of shows that he's always doing.
That's cool.
And I always respect the fact that John really has a very similar mentality to myself in terms of you want to have fun with music, you want to do it properly, you just want to make sure you're not wasting anybody's time at the exact same time too. And the thing with the Go Kick Ass release to me is awesome because it's like a labor of love in terms of similar to our band where we just want to have a lot of fun with it. And the coolest part about his compilation is he does it with such like finesse and such a great direction in terms of trying to promote all these bands where there's not a lot of people doing those things. And also if he I don't know how many places you can honestly pick up like a double disc CD for like $10 and be able to listen to so many awesome bands within one region, and also in Australia too.
And also, February 20th of 2025, you guys are actually set to take the stage at the iconic Bovine Sex Club out there in Toronto, Ontario. I was wondering, what can your fans actually expect from this up-and-coming show? And, of course, where can we actually snag ourselves some tickets right here, right now?
Okay, so bovines are cows. Okay, so when cows like each other, things happen. And there's a club that we get to go to, a spot, and we get to play music. We get to play music, and it's gonna be a great time. So yeah. Mendoza's and us playing awesome shows together, and this is a great venue, historical, awesome, legendary venue in Toronto, and I'm stoked that our band's playing. I played there a couple times in the past with my other bands that I've been with, and I'm really stoked to play there with our band. It's always it doesn't matter what day, it's always a nice time at the Bovine Sex Club.
So if you want to come to the show, pop over to Fanta Tickets. There'll be a lot of tickets there online. You can buy a ticket at the door. In terms of our set, we've been itching to play since we haven't played our last show since November. So we're actually be coming out swinging. We're talking tonight about maybe writing a couple new more songs. So this is probably actually the new time to see some of the old Lyfe skills, some of the new Lyfe skills. And also, if we can get our act together, we're going to hopefully have some merch. So you can actually buy some physical stuff from us. Because over the last year, sadly, it's been trying to pick up the tapes that we've greatly sold very quickly. But hopefully get a couple t-shirts and more designs so people can actually have that physical Lyfe skill to bring home too. Yeah,
t-shirts, and I'm going to make a few tapes hopefully for the February event. So see what happens. Mike, you will get your tape.
And when you said a few moments ago about, potentially writing some new music and, of course, new merchandise, what is next for Lyfe Skills? Because it seems like 2025 is definitely the year for you guys.
Oh, I appreciate you saying that there. Like, we are just trying to figure out, we love dropping demos. We love dropping lots of music. We want to get something polished out. We also just want to start playing in a couple more new places that we haven't played as well. Like, we're really fortunate enough. And again, due to people like John in terms of helping us out, where we popped up in Oshawa this last year. We popped up like in our hometown. We were also in Durham County, in Toronto. We were in London. So we want to start to expand in terms of like, Gwen, we got to come see you in Ottawa. So you send us a message for how we can come down to come play for you too.
Hey, let's go to Windsor. Let's go to Ottawa. Yeah. Let's go to North Bay. Let's go to Thunder Bay.
Like, basically, we're here to teach everybody a Lyfe skill or two, and that's why we got to come to town to come see you.
Yeah, we're down. We're a bunch of old farts trying to, just play music.
But also, before we actually part ways here, guys, obviously I know how to follow you across all social media platforms because, of course, that's how this interview actually became possible. But for the individuals here at Punk World Radio that are listening to the station or watching this live on YouTube that might just be discovering some Lyfe skills here tonight, where can they actually go about following you across all social media platforms? That way they can garner even more Lyfe skills through you guys.
You can find us on Lyfe Skills Punks, PUNX on Instagram. You can find us there also on Facebook, also there on Bandcamp as well. Got to talk about in terms of we're going to start uploading any of our songs up onto Spotify major platforms here. We want to make sure we give out a quality product. But also you can hear the Cartridge Heart exclusive track as well over on their Bandcamp as well too.
Yeah.
Like we have a very lovely, obnoxious enough name that if you search it, you will find us almost immediately.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And I got to say, first and foremost, guys, thank you so much for giving not only myself, but the radio station airways a bit of your time. It was such an honor speaking with you three. And hopefully down the line, we can make this happen again sometime soon. But for now, definitely have yourselves a phenomenal rest of your Sunday night.
Yeah, thank you for having us out for it.
You too. Cheers. Thank you, sir.
You're most certainly welcome, guys. We definitely shall talk again here soon.
Hell yeah.
See you again.